So, have you guys heard? Because I just heard about this, but I'm late to the game. So, on August 12, 2026, gravity will turn off for 7 seconds. So, people are claiming a black hole collision will send a gravity wave strong enough to cancel Earth's gravity, launching cars, oceans, animals, and you into space. Is any of this real? Or is this just another perfectly engineered viral panic? Tonight, we're going to break it down. The rumor claims that two black holes will collide somewhere in our cosmic neighborhood, and the resulting gravitational disturbance will ripple through Earth, temporarily disrupting gravity. Some posts even cite scientists detecting anomalies. They mention real things like gravitational waves, black hole merger, space-time distortion, magnetic pole shifts. It sounds scientific because parts of it are, but here's the truth. Black holes do collide. In fact, in 2015, the LIGO Scientific Collaboration made history by detecting gravitational waves for the first time. Ripples in space-time caused by two black holes merging over 1 billion light-years away. That discovery confirmed a prediction made by Albert Einstein in 1916. So, gravitational waves are real. They pass through Earth constantly. But here's the critical detail. When LIGO detected that collision, the distortion it measured was smaller than the width of a proton. So, let me say that again. The cataclysmic black hole merger bending space-time moved Earth by less than a subatomic particle. So, for gravity on Earth to turn off, the black hole collision would need to be unimaginably close. And if it were that close, gravity turning off would be the least of our problems. Could gravity actually turn off? Here's the physics reality. Gravity is not a switch. Gravity isn't something Earth generates like Wi-Fi. It's the result of mass bending space-time. But let's hypothetically say gravity did turn off for 7 seconds. Let's imagine that Earth's gravity vanished for exactly 7 seconds. What would happen? The oceans, water isn't glued to the Earth. It's held down by gravity. The instant gravity disappeared, the ocean would begin expanding outward. Waves would detach from the surface. Billions of water would start drifting upward. But here's the twist. The Earth is rotating at about 1,000 miles per hour at the equator. So when gravity returns 7 seconds later, all that displaced water would come crashing back down. Not necessarily where it came from. The result? Planet-wide mega tsunamis. Who wants to live through that? That'd be freaky. Now here's where the rumor gets even more dramatic. Specifically on August 12, 2026, a total solar eclipse will sweep across parts of Europe, Greenland, and Western Asia. So now the conspiracy has 2 more ingredients. A black hole collision, a solar eclipse, all on the same date. That coincidence feels meaningful, but is it? Let's break this down. So what actually happens during a solar eclipse? A solar eclipse occurs when the moon passes directly between the Earth and the sun. That's it. The moon casts a shadow, the sun's light is temporarily blocked, the sun's gravitational pull on Earth does not change during an eclipse. Why? Because gravity depends on mass, not light. The sun still weighs the same during an eclipse. The moon doesn't suddenly gain mass. Nothing about the gravitational relationship between Earth, Moon, and the Sun changes in any measurable way. The Sun's gravitational pull on Earth does not change during an eclipse. Why? Because gravity depends on mass, not light. The sun still weighs the same during an eclipse. The moon doesn't suddenly gain mass. Nothing about the gravitational relationship between Earth, moon, and sun changes in any measurable way. So what about the tides? During a solar eclipse, the sun, moon, and Earth are aligned. That alignment also happens during every new moon. When this alignment occurs, we get what are called spring tides, slightly stronger than average tides due to combined gravitational pull from the sun and moon. Could an eclipse affect Earth's rotation? No. There have been extremely precise measurements of Earth's rotation during eclipses. No disruption, no wobble, no gravitational fluctuation. If eclipses altered gravity, we would have noticed thousands of years ago. Ancient civilizations tracked them meticulously, and nothing catastrophic followed. If you're standing outside when gravity vanishes, you're not instantly flying into space. You keep moving with Earth's sideways rotational velocity. But without gravity holding you down, you begin drifting upwards. In 7 seconds, you might rise several feet, depending on initial velocity and air resistance. When gravity returns finally, after the 7 seconds, but it might feel like eternity, everyone falls simultaneously across the whole planet. Airplanes stall, satellites experience orbital chaos, loose objects become lethal projectiles. So the atmosphere itself is held by gravity. Without it, air begins expanding outward. Several seconds isn't long enough for the atmosphere to fully escape, but it would begin to surge upward. Breathing would feel strange. I heard someone say that you would need to hold your breath for 7 seconds because the air pressure in your house, like the windows, would explode. I don't know, but it's something I heard. Turbulence would be everywhere. Birds, they'd be disoriented. Cats, confused. Humans, we'd be panicking, definitely. I think everyone would be. Okay, so now let's return to the black hole theory. If a black hole collision were close enough to disrupt Earth's gravity in any meaningful way, that would mean one of two things. A black hole is inside our solar system, or space-time distortion is strong enough to significantly alter gravitational binding. Either scenario ends badly, extremely badly. Tidal forces alone would rip Earth's crusts apart. So why do these rumors spread? Because they combine a specific date, a scientific concept, a dramatic consequence, and just enough truth to sound plausible. It's the perfect viral formula. We've seen it before with planetary alignments, magnetic pole reversals, solar flares, ending civilization, CERN, opening black holes. They all use real science wrapped in fantasy. But here's the real twist. Even though this rumor isn't true, the universe is still far stranger than fiction. Black holes do collide, space-time does ripple, the planet is fragile, just not in the way TikTok says. So on August 12, 2026, go outside, feel gravity holding you down, and appreciate that the most powerful force shaping your life is the one you never notice.